There. Welcome to the Patura Seed Farm Harvest Update. And what I am doing is out here in an AAC Hodge field, which is right here. Here's part of our harvest combine flush after we finished combining SY Manus. And we're making a lot of headway pretty quickly. We are 2/3 done wheat harvest here at the farm, and with luck, by the weekend, the cereal harvest will be wrapped up. AAC Hodge VB. The question is, which one of our wheat varieties is going to be yielding the highest? As of right now, AAC Hockley is sitting at 60 bushel an acre, which is the highest field average. But this AAC Hodge probably has a really good shot at beating that. So time will tell. But before we got into harvesting the cereals, we were into peas. We started peas on the early side this year. The first 25 acres of Julius were harvested on the July 31st. Why are we harvesting this early and why are we this advanced? Well, the story is moisture. So we know that. But with that being said, for most of these crops maturing off 2 inches of rain, we're actually very impressed with the yield. And a lot of that is the cool July allowing those crops to fully fill out. What reproductive potential was there pretty much maximized itself. So that's really awesome to see. As we look at the other crops in the rotation, we have got some oats off. There's still more to go. Oats came off with the straight cut header, did not have to swath this year, and did again fairly well. Unfortunately, still below the crop insurance line, but decent quality because we finally got some moisture from July 20th on to finish grain fill. As we move into canola, we have desiccated a couple pieces of canola already, and the balance of the canola will be desiccated on the weekend moving into next week, which puts us harvesting canola, give or take, into the first week of September. Now we're seeing that with a lot of growers out there, so that should allow for a decent window on planting fall cereals. So excited to see a little more fall cereals going in this year, especially after, I would say, a strong winter wheat year in a large area of Manitoba. As we transition into soybeans, one watch out for soybeans right now, green clover armyworm. We're seeing low levels in our fields here at Domain, but there is some neighbors who have been taking some control methods on green clover worms, causing a significant amount of defoliation, still at that R6 stage. So keep an eye out for that. If you don't have time to get in your field, give us a call. One of our agronomists will get out there and give you a recommendation. Quickly, 3 things that we are keeping in mind here as the combines are rolling across the field and as we're thinking about next year. Number 1, how is the yield being affected by crop rotation? We're seeing huge variability in the field, anywhere from 20 to 40% yield on just a quarter section. And a lot of that has to do with the outcome of last year's crop. First, what type of crop was it? How much water did it take up? What time of the year did it take up? And how well did it do? I'll use, for example, our pea fields from last year, where the peas were drowned out in the low spots. We had some very strong wheat yields in the low spots this year, compared to where the peas did 60, 65 bushel an acre. Number 2 thing we're thinking about is residue management. How much stubble do you want? And how much snow catch do you want? We are out anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of water in our soil profile in the top 100 centimeters. And if you can look on the other side of the field, that's one field we just subsoiled and are running the Pro-Till off across it, and it's on the black side. It's seedbed ready, but it's black. So residue management is number 2 thing that we're thinking about. And number 3 thing, we're waiting for results on our nitrogen values that are left in our soils. Over the last couple dry years, 2017, 2019, 2021, we were seeing some significantly high nitrogen values. And each spring, depending on the spring we had, it depended on if those were there for next year's crop. So with the huge variation in yield from field to field, from south side of the field to the north side of the field, those are things we want you to be thinking about, is what is your nitrogen program going to be looking like for next year, and how much residual is left this year. So that's it from the farm update, August 18th. Please be safe out there. Take your time. Enjoy the exciting time in the field, and best of luck with the weather and wrapping up your harvest operations.